we can.
Okay, great. So apologies, I'm not going to be using my camera today, although I don't know that it necessarily matters because we'll have slides and I'm going to be going through a full demo. But as I'm sure many of you are, you have a full house just like I do, and everyone's competing for the Wi-Fi. So I just want to make sure that I don't get interrupted during the presentation today. So I am Cheryl Haney. I work with Sydney Hofnagel as part of the go-to-market digital resources team. I'm her interim lead right now. She's currently out with her triplets. So we're hoping to have her back in the next month or so. But while she's away, I am holding down the fort. Just for a little bit more background there, Sydney and I have actually been working on these programs together for 3 years. So I think I should be able to cover any of your questions today.
Great, yes, and just to add on, this is a collaborative space. I'm Jordan Helling. I lead the go-to-market desk and kind of help facilitate these each month. This is a collaborative space, so feel free to interrupt and ask questions as Cheryl presents. And I will ask questions as well.
Great. Thanks, Jordan. Okay, so just kind of high level, you know, as a Microsoft Partner Network member, you will receive multiple benefits. Today, we're going to focus specifically on the go-to-market with Microsoft digital resources that are available to you at no cost. So the go-to-market with Microsoft programs are really designed to help you accelerate your time to market, because we know that as partners, you have a ton of content that you have access to, often in multiple locations, and it can be really challenging to find what you're looking for. So we've really tried to pull together some programs to really help reduce that time and make it much easier for you to get to market. And then, of course, you know, even more importantly, we want to help you generate leads. I think that's kind of that's an obvious thing that you're going to want to come to the table with. We want to offer you resources to help clarify when needed and amplify your brand and your solutions. And then finally, we want to help you grow your cloud business. So by extending your reach, we hope to support you as you break into new markets and scale your solutions. So let's start. I'm so sorry, guys. I've been having a cold this week that just wants to hang on. So apologies for the clearing of the throat there. So let's set the stage. The digital transformation is pervasive in this world of remote work, and we've been experiencing that around the world. And so right now, it's really more important than ever to solidify your digital presence. And we've heard this over and over again for really more than 10 years, but how does it affect the way that you sell and the way that customers buy? Well, for starters, I think we've all heard this statistic so much over the last year, especially 67% of that buyer's journey is done online, and quite, you know, it really is quite possible that number has really significantly increased over the last 6 to 7 months while we've all been experiencing the pandemic. So in fact, if you even think about yourself as a consumer, you usually start by searching and figuring out what people are saying about products and services that you're looking to purchase or to buy. Your customers are doing the same thing. So they're really going to be out there searching websites, social profiles, reading reviews before they ever reach out to you to start the conversation about purchasing. They're really trying to narrow their list. And in fact, 84% of C-level executives use social marketing and media to make purchasing decisions. They'll likely go to a website. They're going to see how your customers engage with you, how you engage with them. They'll look at your followers, your reviews, to see if you're a thought leader. So while they may not engage with you on your social accounts, that doesn't necessarily mean that they aren't actively assessing you and making assumptions about you based on your digital properties. And we know that social media has changed how people interact even more now than ever. There's over 3.1 billion active social media users that spend on average 3 hours a day on social media platforms. And again, it just with everything that's really changed over the last 6, 7 months, that number is probably significantly higher at this point. So just as location was once the big thing, now it's really, you know, how are you going to make sure that your online presence is attracting new customers and that you're engaging with your existing customers in the right way?
Yeah, and Cheryl, just to comment, organizations are in a challenging state. Field or sellers are now in the field, and more research is being done online. So why is it so important that partners differentiate themselves digitally?
Yeah, that's actually huge. And that's actually exactly why I brought up this specific slide. And why I added it to this deck. I wanted to make sure that the partners understand that really, no matter what your level of marketing expertise is, we have resources for you. And this is a really particularly good time to sit down and really tighten up your online presence and really get all your ducks in a row. Maybe you're a salesperson and you're sort of doing marketing on the side. We have lots of resources that are going to help you kind of up level those skills. And in fact, the two resources that we're going to dive in a bit more deeply on today, Digital Marketing Content on Demand and Chorus Content Hub, those are two things that you can actually start today and very quickly get your marketing plan up and running. But then there's a bit more to that. So differentiating yourself. So you want to make sure that your value prop tight. We have a value prop generator. If you don't feel like your value prop is strong, or maybe you want to kind of go back and review and really tighten that up, this is a really great way to really define who you are in that market and to make yourself stand out and to really highlight what it is that you bring to the table as a partner with your offerings and your solutions. We also have buyer persona generators, so just making sure that you're targeting the right audience, industry competitive assessments, and content marketing assessments, emotional engagement, website audit. All of these are really just going to help make sure that your online presence is targeted in the direction that you are intending it to. And then finally, under Assess and Improve, we also have this online presence assessment tool. This is actually the only tool that's on this slide that is not free of charge. It's $100, but what comes with that and what makes this tool a bit different is that you also get 1 hour with someone in person who's going to go through the entire assessment that's completed for you and really help you understand where should you focus your energy, what should you do first, and what things are going to make the biggest impact. So for instance, if say you have a really valuable white paper that's on your website, but maybe no one can find it. Maybe it's not in a place that's going to drive traffic to your website. This online presence assessment is going to actually dig into that and help you figure out, how to better manage your website and make sure that you're getting the traffic that you're expecting to see from that asset, especially if you've invested money in it, right? So you want to make sure that you're getting the biggest bang for your buck. And so now let's move on to learning.
Yeah, and real quick, Cheryl, there's a question in the chat. All the resources that Cheryl is going through today are available to all Microsoft partners. They are not competency or co-sell status specific. So these are available to everyone. And I'll try to post the links in the chat as we go along so you can check out as she's speaking. And then, of course, the deck will also be shared later after.
Thanks so much, Jordan. Okay, so now let's go on to Smart Partner Marketing. So this is really another resource that's going to help you up-level your marketing. So regardless of where your experience level is, if you're just really getting established, or if you've been marketing with Microsoft for a while and you're really looking for some best practices from other partners, this is going to be a great place for you to go and a nice tool for you to utilize. And then digital marketing content on demand. So I'm really not going to go into this too much right now because we're going to do a full demo of DMC in just a bit. And then we'll move on to Partner Marketing Center and Chorus Content Hub. So Partner Marketing Center is going to be your content library. So all the campaigns that are available, you're going to find them on Partner Marketing Center. We do add some additional assets to the campaigns that are in DMC that you won't necessarily find in Partner Marketing Center, but the majority you will find there. And then Chorus Content Hub, which we'll also go through a brief demo of today. And that's going to be your sales enablement resource. And I'll talk to that a bit more in just a minute. So let's go into DMC just a little bit high level before we get to the demo.
And real quick, Cheryl, Smart Partner Marketing, does it house all of these links that you just provide? So if someone goes to Smart Partner Marketing, will they be able to find all of these different tools, the value prop generator, buyer persona, et cetera?
Yes, absolutely. They're either woven in, but the majority of those resources will also be found in the Superheroes campaign. So when you first log into Smart Partner Marketing Center, it's the very first blade at the top. It'll jump out at you. It's very colorful, but it will have the majority of those assessments actually within that campaign as well.
Excellent.
Okay, so digital marketing content on demand. So this program was created because we know that creating content is expensive. It's time consuming. It's and then just even beyond that, maintaining your social media, maintaining your website, keeping up on your emails, your outreach to your current customers. It's all very time consuming, and not all partners really have a dedicated resource to cover all of that. So digital marketing content on demand was created out of that space. So this is going to be a resource to access comprehensive campaigns. They're going to include both 2 customer and 2 partner assets. So when I say 2 partner, I mean the things that you're going to need to help sell. So like your sales guide, your elevator pitch, your pitch decks, things like that, maybe even some resources that are specific to that sales play. They're going to help you to better speak to your customers about that particular sales play. So all of those resources. And then of course, we also have the 2 customer content that's going to help you to generate leads. So we'll have customer stories. Their videos, the videos are actually they're almost 3 times more highly consumed than any other asset that's shared via this particular platform. So we definitely recommend sharing those. We also include infographics, thought leadership, which can occasionally be either Microsoft blogs, or it might be a third-party thought leadership, such as like maybe Forbes.com or Entrepreneur.com, something that's going to really not necessarily sell the product, but help solidify the sales play or the campaign that you're running. And of course, this is all intended to help generate leads. We have gated content, which I'm actually going to cover in just a second. Actually, let's just go ahead and move to the next slide so I can kind of walk you through that. This request came in recently, and it's something we hadn't put together before, but people really wanted to see, well, from beginning to end, what does it look like to capture a lead in digital marketing content on demand? And this is really it. So it's, you go to the platform, which we'll get to in just a second, but this first image at the top here, the top left, that's the platform. You're going to go to the week's worth of content. You'll see what's called a build your list asset, and that all of the build your list assets are going to be gated for you. So when you share that content via your social media, and then a customer goes, they're doing their research, they find you, they click on that asset because maybe it's an ebook or it's a white paper and they really want access to that. Well, when they click on it, they'll be met with this gate, which will have your logo at the top. And then it will ask them to provide their email contact information, and that will be then sent to you. So you'll get an email that says, hey, you've received a new lead, very exciting, but then you'll also be able to capture that information in the platform in your reporting. So we'll get into the reporting and the platform just a bit more, but it's a really simple process, and it's really a great way for you to generate leads with really very little work on your end, and we'll show you that in just a bit. And then we have Chorus Content Hub. So Chorus is going to be our sales enablement platform, and it's going to make it really easy once you generate leads in DMC or within any other sales activity that you're doing. You can then go to Chorus Content Hub to find more targeted assets and really, use that resource to be able to target your conversation with the new prospect that you have. So you'll know basically what they were interested in, obviously by the content that they requested. So you'll have an idea of where to start that conversation. But with Chorus Content Hub, you can also use what's called a share and track feature, which is going to enable you to share a deck. Maybe you share a deck that's 5 slides long, but you really are trying to just figure out how to drill down and to get more information from this conversation, or get more information about what that prospect is truly interested in. The share and track feature will tell you exactly when that prospect opens the asset, and it will tell you exactly how much time they spend on each slide or on each page. So that's really going to help you understand what it is that they're most interested in learning about. So let's go ahead and go into the demo.
I was having some Teams chat issues, and but I think for some reason I'm not able to post in the meeting chat, but I can in some windows. So but I'm trying to add the links as
we can see
go.
your last message. Thank you. Thank you.
Wrong chat. I was trying to send that to you, Keisha, to post, but
oh, got it. Yeah, we can see your post. Thank you.
Fun. All right, carry on.
Okay. No problem, no problem. Okay, so this is when you first go to sign in, you're going to see this landing page. Content MX, just for everyone's information, they are actually the platform provider, and so that's why it doesn't say digital marketing content on demand here. It says Content MX. So we're going to sign in, and once you get signed in, you'll see that we're on our Microsoft version of this digital marketing content on demand. So this is your dashboard. When you first log in, all the blue blades that you see top left, you won't see these blades yet. You'll only see one, and it will be the welcome channel. I'm not going to go into that too much today, but I will let you know that that is a really fantastic resource if you get to the platform, you've just signed up, and you're really not sure what to do next. It's going to help you understand how to connect your social, which also there's some really quick access right over here on the side, network connections. It's going to help you to walk through connecting your social, like your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your blog as well. If you want to upload your email list, you can do that as well. So it's just going to basically make sure you're also going to want to, you're going to want to add your logo, make sure your contact information is truly up to date, and it's exactly how you want to share it if you were sharing out an email, because all of that information will be pulled into your email content. So you want to make sure that that's really accurate. So once you've finished that process, then you're going to go to this black button right here that says Add Channel, and you'll see all the different options that are available. We have multiple languages. We have Dutch, English for the UK and Australia. We have US English, French, German, Portuguese, and Spanish right now. We are working on something that's going to make this just a little bit easier to navigate, because we have so many channels now, which is so exciting.
Also, there's so many channels, so many languages. Is there an easy way to determine which channel to select and the campaigns and content that's available within those channels?
Yes. And actually, you know what, I'm going to actually go ahead and go straight over to Microsoft Dynamics Power Platform and just show you really quickly this resources section. This resources section is, we keep kind of adding to it. It keeps kind of becoming more as we learn what partners are maybe struggling with, or finding a bit overwhelming, which, like you said, Jordan, that there's just so many channels, and it is really overwhelming, I think, at this point. So we've created a document for now, before, because the platform team is actually working on making this experience a bit easier, where there will be some questions. Okay, what solution are you looking for, or what product? And then it will drill down to the options that are most appropriate for your business. So then you have less to really sort through. But for now, if this is a bit overwhelming, you can actually go to this this tab, or this link right here in the resources section. And it's going to take you to, I don't think that I have it open yet. Sorry, guys. It's going to take you to a PowerPoint that's going to list all of the different channels, and then all the specific campaigns that are within those channels. So this is going to be your channel name, and then everything within here, these are the campaigns that are currently available. We do archive campaigns after about 14 to 16 months. So it's so basically every month we come through and just make sure that this is fully up to date for you. Or as soon as a campaign is pulled, then we would remove it from this list, so that, you don't go searching for it and say, I can't find this, it's not there. So we try to keep this very up to date for you. You'll notice that we have both enterprise channels. We also have SMB channels. We've also, the Surface team has joined us, so they are also, they have their own channels here. We have nonprofit channels, an education channel, and then we also have a smart partner marketing channel. So if you want to kind of be guided through that smart partner marketing experience, you can use that. We have SureStep channels, which were originally intended for the SureStep ambassadors, as really learning paths, but we had a lot of interest from partners, so we opened those channels up to partners as well. And then we will have a go-to-market with Microsoft channel coming soon that's really going to dive into all the different resources and programs that you have available to you. Some of them are dependent on if you're, silver or gold or ISV COSA already, but we'll clearly lay that all out for you. But for now, we also do have a go-to-market with Microsoft guide, so you can actually access that information here as well. Did you have any other questions on that, Jordan?
Sorry, there was some chatter going on around the Chorus link not working, and it had I think something to do with says multi-window tenants. So something odd's going on. So I think we got that resolved. I think this is good, Cheryl.
Okay, sounds good.
Go ahead.
Okay, so so let's dive in just a little bit deeper in how the platform works. So I clicked on this channel and it immediately dropped me into a campaign. But this campaign, which is enable always on service, might not necessarily be appropriate for my business. And I may have already looked at this, the asset that or the document we were just looking at, and I've determined, wait, I want specifically, this campaign. So if I'm
Cheryl, do we have a link to that PDF that you just showed?
Yes, absolutely. I'll drop that in the chat as soon as we're done here. Just if you could remind me at the end.
Yes, I will.
Okay. So then you're going to go up to the top here, and this button says select another campaign. So if I use this drop-down menu, it's going to tell me the different campaigns that are available on this channel. Just so you guys know, the Microsoft Dynamics Power Platform, we actually have 2 channels for the enterprise campaigns because there were so many available, and we wanted to make sure that over the course of a year, if you were maybe wanting to run 2 of those campaigns at the same time, it would still cover the full year. So really, no matter how you look at it, the chances are you're going to have more than enough content on this platform right now to get you through a full year's worth of marketing. So let's say I'm going to switch this campaign. When I first make the switch, it's going to have a little notification up top that's going to tell me that I'm in preview mode. So maybe I'm not quite sure if this is the right campaign for me, but I'm pretty sure. So I want to just check it out. I'm in a preview. I'll be able to see the high level overview of what this campaign is, and it will also show me the first week's worth of content. Now, once I'm ready, if I've decided this is the campaign that I want to run, I'm going to click on start this campaign, and then this campaign will have officially launched. So that means I can start sharing this first week's worth of content. So typically in week 1, we're always going to share a pitch deck with you. We're going to get you started off with some sales material, something to be able to get you in front of your customers. And then we also, that's obviously going to be, a downloaded item. Then we also have infographics. That's going to be something that you're going to want to share via social. So I'm clicking on share this, and it's going to take us to the back end. So this is where that customization and where your value prop and your buyer persona and all of that work that you do to kind of evaluate your business and decide who you are and how you're going to present yourself, this is where that comes in. Because while we have pre-written your tweet, so this is the tweet right here, it's pre-written, this is fully customizable. So it's really always easy to start with messaging and then edit that messaging than it is just to sort of start with that blank piece of paper. So use this, but pivot it for your business, pivot it for your solutions, pivot it to speak to your customers and in your own voice as well. Through our social listening project, we did discover that partners that are, when partners share content and they actually customize the message for their business, the virality of that was, I believe it was 3.5 times higher than had they not done the same, taken that additional action. So it's definitely a good idea, especially right now when everyone's online presence, everyone's upping their game. Take the time to customize this. But if you're on vacation or you're really busy, you have a lot on your plate, which is super exciting because that means your business is doing fantastically. Maybe you don't have time for that. That's okay. You don't have to change any of this. You really can leave it as is. So then we're going to go down.
Cheryl, we have a couple questions in the chat. Can we customize the actual content, or is it just this recommended copy that can be customized?
So just the copy here, you could actually take that infographic, you could download it, you could, if you wanted to add something to that infographic about your business or solution, I mean, you could definitely do that. In that scenario, you would then go to content and create custom message, and you would have to re-upload the content to share it through this platform if you wanted to share it through this platform. So say that, and even if you've created some additional content to go along with this sales play that's very specific to your business, you could also do that this way as well. And the reason why you would maybe want to do it like this is because this platform is also going to enable you to really quickly get access to how many clicks, how many likes, how many retweets you get, how many, the leads that you're generating. So if you send out an email through this platform, it's going to tell you how many people opened that email, how many times. It's going to tell you if they clicked the link within that email. So it's going to give you a lot of data insights that are going to help drive your business, because you may find that one campaign really seems to be landing with your audience, but maybe another campaign just isn't really landing. So maybe you're going to want to pivot, the direction that you're going, and maybe choose campaigns based on the campaigns that have performed the best for you in the past. So you can use it in just really so many different ways. Does that answer your question, Jordan?
Yes, I think it does. Anyone else have questions around the customization piece? There are a couple of questions that came up, so I think that question's answered. Do you have any best practices for customizing content or messaging?
Yeah, I think that really, like I was saying, going back to your value prop and really looking at your solution and what makes you different when you're sharing this content, what makes your offerings different than the competition out there, because you're not all partners are the same. Everyone is providing different different things to their customers and to the prospects that are out there doing their research. So I think that just taking that time to, and it doesn't have to be that much time. I mean, you could spend as little as 5 minutes and not do any customization. But if you invest that, hour every Monday morning, because I didn't quite get to that part yet, I apologize. But every Monday morning, a new week's worth of content goes out. So you don't have to sit down and figure out your 12-week plan all in one day. You actually, every week, you do a little chunk. So you kind of set aside that time on your Monday mornings. You come through, you review all the content that's available. Maybe you spend an hour, maybe you spend 2, maybe you spend less than that, but that's okay too. But you put a little bit of effort into just really customizing what you're saying and differentiating your message in the market so that it stands out.
Yeah, and as Cheryl said, that the more customization that you do, the better data will come through and insights. So great.
Absolutely.
There is a question. If you integrate this platform with HubSpot, will you still be able to see all of the analytics?
Yes. Yep.
Great.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go through the rest of this page here really quickly so we don't get too lost.
We only have 15 minutes. This is
oh, geez. Okay.
Great content.
The second section here is for Facebook and LinkedIn. You actually have to copy to the clipboard and paste. That's going to just basically to prove to LinkedIn you're not a bot. Down a bit more, you'll see the description. This is what's going to be used for your blog. So you want to make sure and take the time to read that. And once you've done your customization, you feel good about your messaging, you're going to decide where you want to publish to. You can either schedule automatically if you're not really sure when to post. Maybe you're just getting into this and you're not sure what's the right time of day, which day of the week, what's the best thing. The platform will actually automatically determine the next best time that's available for you. Or you maybe have a full team of marketing people, you have your own calendar set, and you're weaving this campaign into other efforts that you have out there. So you may have specific times that you want to select. So once you do that, you're going to click post, and in the interest of time, I'm not going to do that. You'll have one last chance to review, and then you'll click share, and everything's scheduled and ready to go. So really, by noon on Monday, you can be all ready to go with your marketing for the week.
Excellent, Cheryl. You'll probably get there. There is a question in the chat about microsites. Where do they live on our website, Microsoft Partner Network, and can we demo that experience?
Yeah, they don't. They actually, this is all managed by Content MX. This is a truly third-party platform. So the relationship, so although Microsoft provides this for partners to utilize, the relationship is truly with Content MX. So they own and host all of the microsites. And I'll go ahead and click on this. I'm not sure that I have anything in this specific demo account. I had to switch my demo accounts recently, but this would typically pull in my logo would be at the top here, and then any post that I had made to my microsite would actually show up here as well. So I apologize that like I said, I just had to switch out my demo account because my other demo account wasn't quite working properly. So yes, if you don't have a website, you can use this microsite instead. But definitely we recommend that if you have a website or if you have a blog, make that connection when you're setting up your account initially. One thing else to note here, we do have a mobile app. So, you know, this obviously was maybe a bit more useful when everyone was out in the field a bit more. But maybe you're having your morning coffee and you want to just do, you know, set up all your marketing for the week right from your phone. You can definitely do that too. It can be as easy as you'd like it to be, or you can really take the time to just really differentiate your message. It's really entirely up to you what you want your experience with digital marketing content on demand to be. And I already went through the build your list, so I'm not going to go through that again, but just that's going to be the specific asset that's going to help you generate brand new leads and capture new leads. But let's go through an email really quick. I just want to show you that this is going to automatically pull in my logo once it loads here. So at the top here, you'll see that this email is going to be customized for my business. It's going to pull in my logo. At the bottom of the email, it's going to be my contact information. It'll have links to my social accounts that I've connected, and there will also be opt-out messaging. So if an email gets sent out and someone opts out, the Content MX platform will automatically pull that person from the list, so you don't, so just to kind of keep you GDPR compliant. So you don't need to worry about, managing that. The Content MX platform will actually automatically manage that for you, which is really nice. And then in addition to that, not all sales plays are going to be appropriate for your entire customer list. So, as you segment your customer list, you'll be able to upload those here and connect those here, and then share them specifically based on the campaign that you're sharing. And then, of course, with scheduling, it's the same process that we went through just a minute ago, so I'm not going to go through that again. So I'm going to actually, from here, I'm going to move over to Chorus.
Real quick question, Cheryl. What if there's only one or two campaign that's relevant for my business? What's the best practice and recommendation there?
So with those campaigns, and I have partners that will do this, where there's really just a few specific campaigns for their business, run the campaign. They're 12-week campaigns, so you're getting through 3 months. And it really doesn't hurt to reshare that content a second time. I mean, you're probably going to reach a different audience. Not everyone is going to see everything that you post. So reposting, especially on Twitter, because really it's, with Twitter, it's live and it's active, but once it's a day old or even like half a day old, the likelihood of people seeing that if they're simply scrolling through their feed, it's reduced at that point. So there's definitely no harm in resharing to that platform as well. And then really, like the second time around, maybe you really work on targeting that messaging even more based on the responses that you received the first time around. So there's definitely a lot of options in there still, even if you only find a few things that are appropriate for your business. But I really do hope that you find quite a bit. There was a large investment that was made this fiscal, it was 16 sales plays, and 9 of those sales plays were actually pivoted for SMB. So there's 16 enterprise, 9 SMB, and then there were additional campaigns that we had created in the last fiscal that are still running through into this fiscal. So there's a lot of options out there available. But if you go through and you review everything that's there and you're not seeing what you're hoping to see, we do hope that you'll reach out to us and say, hey, I'd really love to see more content on X, Y, or Z. We're always open to feedback and would love to hear what you think.
Great. And then there is a comment in the chat just about some glitches that partners are encountering. So maybe we can take that offline off this meeting and work with.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Please do. And just full transparency, we made a lot of changes over the last 3 months to the platform, and they were very exciting changes. But with those changes, sometimes we do experience some issues. We have tried to kind of get in front of most of those things, but there's always going to be occasionally things that we aren't even aware of, just because obviously I'm demoing this, but I don't use this on a daily basis. I share this with partners. I talk partners through it, but you guys are the ones that are actually using it. And although of course the Content MX team tests all of our content, occasionally things happen where maybe there's a video that at some point it expires and we weren't notified, and so now that video is no longer available. So when we find those things, and we do review on a weekly basis to check for links for things that are broken. We will try to replace that as soon as possible. But definitely on the Content MX platform specifically, you can reach out and talk to the Content MX. You can actually request support. There's a button right here at the top right. So if you need support or you have feedback or questions or concerns, definitely reach out and let us know, or even reach out to me directly. Okay.
Great. We got 6 minutes for chorus right now.
Okay, I'm going to quickly go through chorus. So like I said, the benefit to the chorus content hub is really going to be, or I shouldn't say the benefit. I think one of the biggest benefits is that share and track feature for being able to say, okay, I have a lead. I received this lead through this specific campaign. So I know that maybe it's teams, right? They're interested in teams. I want to dive a little deeper into that conversation to see where they are, like what really are their questions, what do they need support with. So maybe I'm going to just actually click on favorites just because in the interest of time here. But I could use the search button. I could search a full content library. There's actually filters that you can go through based on products and solution areas and the asset type. So you can really narrow down your search if you kind of know specifically what you're looking for. Maybe it's an infographic or maybe it's a white paper, whatever that is, you can search that way. You can also customize from right within this app. So if I click on this asset and I add it to the cart, I'm just going to add this to the cart. And then I'm going to click on this asset and I'm also going to add this to the cart. And now I'm going to preview the items that are in my cart. And this is huge. Obviously, I would never send something this big, this many pages, unless it was a white paper to a prospect or a customer. So maybe I'm wanting just to say, okay, I'm going to give them just a few things that I think they might be interested in, and then I'm going to see what they do with it. So I'm going to click these 3 slides. I'm going to click create. Taking just a bit here. And then once I've gone through this once, I'll be able to very quickly go through and just update my information. I'm not going to go through all of this right now. I could also upload my logo. So if they're on any of the pages within this document, if there's a placeholder for a logo, it's going to automatically pull my logo in. I can then preview, but I'm just going to click continue for now. I'm going to save this. And then once this is done, sorry guys, I think my internet's getting a bit slow here. It's going to give me the opportunity to actually create a link that's going to say share and track. And when that happens, I'm going to go over here to shares. And for each one of these documents that I've shared, so let's just say it's this one, and this is not going to give me much information here, but it's going to tell me who viewed this particular asset, how long they spent, which page they spent the most time on, and the average time on each page, and then whether or not they downloaded it or how many times they downloaded it. So it's going to be able to really drill down and get to some additional information that's going to help support the conversations that I want to have in the future with that particular prospect. So I know that was super fast, but that kind of that's really chorus in a nutshell. It's really going to help your sales team. Even with marketing as well, you could even use this to share out, email campaigns. Although you can do the same thing in DMC. So, and it's a bit more automated over there and kind of set up for you. Are there any questions on Chorus?
There's a support question, I think, that Desi needs help with. So I think maybe we can take that one offline as well with the Chorus team.
Okay, sounds good.
And then when a partner signs up for the first time through MSM membership to Chorus, and it shows that there's a 14-day trial version, what can he do when he activates the full version?
So it should not be a trial version. If for some reason partners are seeing that, please reach out and let me know. It should automatically, because this is something that's available to you free of charge. It's not just simply 14 days. So there might be some confusion there, and maybe I need to check with Chorus to see if we can change that messaging. I think we have Amy on the line. Amy?
Hi, Cheryl. Yeah, this is Amy with Chorus here. So Barbara, I saw that you said that you're seeing a 14-day trial. Chorus is a standalone software as a service, so it sounds like you may have signed up for a trial of our software. When you sign up for Chorus for Microsoft partners, please make sure you follow the link that was provided to sign up. And signing up that way, when you create your account, you'll automatically be routed to that Chorus for Microsoft partners account that's included with all of the campaigns. If you see anything otherwise, please reach out and I'll be happy to assist.
Thanks, Amy.
Great. So Cheryl, it looks like there is some folks might need individual support. What is the best way? Should they, I don't want to give everyone your email. Is there an alias? Is there, what is
actually, no, you can go ahead and share my email. That's totally fine. And then if I'll direct them either to Content MX or to Chorus as needed, unless I can obviously assist with it. Hopefully something I can assist with, but it would definitely be good for me to have some insight into what the questions are that we're seeing from partners. If there are concerns or there's any struggle out there, I definitely want to be aware of it. So please go ahead and just share my.
And we're at time. Please complete the survey. Keisha just posted it in the chat. And then we have a request to go maybe do another session on Chorus and go a little deeper. So Cheryl and I will work together to set that up.
Sounds
and
good.
Yes, the deck will be shared out. I'll put the link here in the chat typically, but usually by end of day tomorrow, I'll get that updated along with the recording. And I'll let you all know in this chat window here when that's been updated. And join us next month where we'll be going deeper on our demand generation programs, and Angela Reese-Quano on our GTM team will be talking through those options with you all.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Jordan. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for this great presentation, and Jordan for all of the information and support throughout. Thank you, partners, for joining. Please do complete that survey. As mentioned, it'll help us improve for the next time. And we hope to see you on December 10th when Angela presents. Have a great day.
Thanks all.
Thanks.